evening, I'm Carl Casicki with a special report from the road. Tonight we're on the campaign trail of Boehner and Anthony Weiner in their historic bipartisan campaign. Two model Americans who've set aside their differences to form a civil partnership. Too often Washington can seem wild, out of control, undomesticated. But Boehner and Weiner have set aside their differences to form a very domestic partnership. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Thank you for your time. I would like to jump straight into the tough questions. Now, in one of your campaign ads, and in some rallies across the country, you've villainized the president. And I quote, Obama is a one-eyed monster who needs to go back into the cave in which he came.
I don't mean to pull the race card here, but he's a black president, and there's a lot of junk in the White House.
Now, is this kind of spirit of divisiveness that the American public can expect from the Boehner-Weiner presidency?
Well, politics are very divisive these days. We, on the other hand, just want everyone to come together.
But what about the specifics? Not just where you would like to take the country, but how you plan to get there.
One thing we'd like to see is the strengthening of foreign alliances, particularly with Prince Albert.
We have a motto when it comes to the oil in our country. If we don't use it, we'll lose it.
There was a point when our great nation took care of itself. My own grandfather, he worked the shaft. He went into the hole, the coal mine, and thus he provided for his family. A good government works like a well-oiled machine, and I, for one, do not think that the gears of America are well lubricated right now. The Boehner-Weiner presidency will have a system in place where we get the job done quick. You hear that, America? You won't even have a chance to feel we're in there until change comes.
So what are you proposing?
A longer-lasting presidency.
So you're talking about expanding and extending the government?
Well, most people are afraid of a presidency that lasts longer than 4 years. But we got stamina.
America shouldn't be afraid of expanding. We need to be standing behind each other, like a train, if you will. Students behind teachers, farmers behind lawyers.
Politicians behind 21 years old African-American college students.
All America behind each other until we realize that America is in us.
What about the growing rate of unemployment? We can't all stand behind one another while unemployment is ever increasing.
See, that's why we're getting nowhere in this great nation of ours. It's pundits like you who pole dance around the issues.
Needless to say that everyone's concern out there is jobs.
We have jobs for everyone. We've got lots of jobs. We got jobs you can do with your mouth. But let's face the facts. Not everyone is as good using their mouths as us politicians are. That's why we got jobs you can do with your hands.
Well, luckily, we're not asking America to make a decision today. We're asking you to sit on it, America. We'll face head-on whatever pops up. We'll get down and dirty in the trenches with the American people.
We'll peel back the layers until we get to the tip of the issue.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Mr. Boehner, Mr. Weiner.
It's John Boehner.
Yeah, and I'm Anthony Weiner.
Well, I do have one further question for you. There has been some confusion about who is running for president and who is running for vice president. Perhaps we can clear that up today. Who in the Boehner-Weiner campaign is running for president?
I am.